What time? Whoop! Color guard. Whoop! Left turn. Whoop! Three, left, whoop! Going up, whoop! Permission to come. Permission granted. Color guard, whoop!
First, I want to say good afternoon. I am Warden White of Dillwyn Correction Center, and on behalf of the Virginia Department of Corrections, Central Region Office, Dillwyn and Buckingham Correctional Center, we would like to welcome each and every one and thank you for joining us as we celebrate this important milestone for our graduates. Today, we honor the hard work, dedication, and perseverance of our graduates. Their commitment has brought them to this moment, and we are proud to recognize their accomplishments. Also, this is our first time combining two Virginia model facilities together for this joyous occasion, and I am excited about that. To our graduates, congratulations. You have earned this achievement through determination and resilience. As you move forward, carry with you the lessons learned, the goals you've met, and the challenges you've overcome. We are confident that you will continue to succeed in the journey ahead. Thank you all for being here this evening to support and celebrate these outstanding graduates who really deserve it. Let's enjoy this special occasion together. Thank you all.
Man, it's truly an honor to be here today. I always say one of my favorite parts of my job is attending graduations. And as I was thinking what I was going to talk about, I thought about my own graduation. And believe it or not, I actually never walked at my graduation. Not because my grades were bad or anything, because my family could not attend. At that time, I told myself it wasn't a big deal, but honestly, I still regret it today. And that's why I want you all to understand something today. This moment is way bigger than you. Some of you sat in classrooms together, pushed each other, encouraged each other, and stayed committed when things were not easy. Some of you guys are first-generation students. Whether you realize it or not, you are inspiring your children, your siblings, your family, and the people around you that believe education is possible. You made the decision to invest in yourself, and that matters. Education does not just change what you know, it changes how you see yourself and what you believe is possible for your future. And before I close, I want to say this. Some of you may not have family here today, and I understand that can be hard. but the applause from the outside should never outweigh how proud of you of yourself on the inside. Be proud of yourself today. The Department of Corrections is proud of you. Your instructors over there, they're proud of you. And I hope you leave here proud of yourself and excited about what your future can become. Congratulations to each and one of you guys, and thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is actually a great afternoon, and we are honored to share this day with you. We also want to recognize that no one reaches this moment alone, and to the family members and friends who are here today, you've encouraged, supported, and believed in our graduates, and your presence and support matter more than words can express. This accomplishment belongs to you all. We are deeply grateful to our faculty for their experience, care, and expertise that made high expectations to this work, and to the correctional staff whose partnership made these opportunities partners. These milestones reflect a shared commitment to education, growth, and second chances. Many of our faculty and staff are here with us today. I would like them to stand and be recognized. Graduates, they were here for you. Please, a round of applause. Thank you. Also joining me, Dr. Lee Keniston, the Vice President of Academic Affairs and Workforce Development, and Dr. Andrew Renshaw, who is our Vice President of Student Affairs. Piedmont Virginia Community College exists to widen the doors of opportunity, to meet people where they are, and to build pathways forward. Today, graduates, you show us what that truly means. Your journey thus far has required focus, discipline, and extraordinary perseverance. You chose to invest in yourselves, even in circumstances that are far from easy. And that choice matters. It speaks to your strength, your determination, and your belief in something more. You have earned something that cannot be taken away from you, your education. Your degree is more than a credential. It is a lasting testament to your commitment, resilience, and your belief that your future can be different from your past. And today, you prove that where you are does not define where and who you are becoming. We hope that you take pride in what you've accomplished, because we do. On behalf of all of us at Piedmont Virginia Community College, congratulations, class of 2026. Next, Dr. Andrew Renshaw, Vice President of Student Affairs, will share his congratulations.
Good afternoon. I think you're going to find some of the same themes that you're going to hear over and over today, and I think you'll hear some of those in my remarks as well. Today, we gather to honor an extraordinary group of individuals, you, the PVCC students who, despite challenging circumstances, have achieved something truly remarkable, the completion of your associate degrees. This is not simply a milestone of academic success. It is a powerful testimony to resilience, determination, self-belief, and the unyielding capacity for growth and transformation. Completing a college degree is no small accomplishment in any setting, but within these walls, it requires an even greater level of perseverance and focus. It means pursuing knowledge despite limited resources, balancing study with the unique demands of daily life here, and overcoming moments of doubt, isolation, frustration, or discouragement. It requires the courage to continue moving forward even when the path is difficult, and yet, each of you chose to persist. That persistence matters. Resilience is not the absence of hardship. It is the decision to keep going in spite of hardship. It is the belief that your future can still be greater than your past. Every assignment completed, every class attended, and every obstacle overcome represents a declaration that your circumstances do not define your worth or your potential. Most importantly, you chose to invest in yourselves through education. That is something profoundly powerful, because education is something that belongs entirely to you. It is knowledge, confidence, perspective, and opportunity that no one can ever take away. Degrees may be printed on paper, but the growth that earned them lives within you permanently. What you have gained here extends far beyond a credential. You have strengthened your voice, your discipline, your thinking, and your belief in what is possible. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, once said, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way." Your educational journey gives life to these words. You chose your own way. You chose growth. You chose hope. You chose to rise. You are a reminder to all of us that change is possible, that redemption is real, and that the human spirit is stronger than circumstance. Your achievements inspire not only those around you here, but everyone who hears your story. You have demonstrated extraordinary discipline, commitment, and courage. Today is also an opportunity to recognize those who helped make this achievement possible. We extend our sincere gratitude to the staff of Dillwyn and Buckingham Correctional Centers for their partnership and support of educational opportunity. We thank the dedicated PVCC faculty and staff who believe in the power of education and invested their time, expertise, and encouragement in each of you. We also recognize the family, friends, loved ones whose support, faith, and encouragement help sustain these students through their journey. Achievements like this are never accomplished entirely alone. So today, we do more than congratulate you, we celebrate you. We celebrate your resilience, your determination, your growth, and your courage to believe in yourselves and your future. May this achievement be only the beginning of a lifelong journey of learning, purpose, and contribution. The world needs your voice, your wisdom, and your continued perseverance. Congratulations, 2026 PVCC graduates. You have earned this moment, and no one can ever take it away from you. Next, Julie Olive, PVCC's Director of Higher Education and Prison, will provide introductions for our two guest speakers, Jesse Crossan and Kenneth Hunter.
I want to take one quick moment. Can we thank Ms. Hammond and her staff for making this room beautiful this afternoon? Well, greetings, everyone. I have the honor of introducing both of our incredible guest speakers, Jesse Crossan, who will speak right after me, and Kenneth Hunter, who will provide closing remarks after we award diplomas. First, Jesse. After serving 19 years of a 32-year sentence in the Virginia Department of Corrections, Jesse Crossan received a conditional pardon from Governor Ralph Northam in 2020. After his release, Jesse founded the Second Chancer Foundation to bridge the gap between incarceration and opportunity. Jesse's work has been featured nationally on Bloomberg News. He has presented at festivals such as South by Southwest, and most recently, Jesse released his book, The Best Part of Prison, a memoir of redemption that reminds us our mistakes don't need to define us, and that accountability is the path to freedom. Thanks for being here today, Jesse. Next, criminal justice reform advocate Kenneth Deuce Hunter is a formerly incarcerated scholar, organizer, and public speaker dedicated to expanding educational opportunity and second chances for justice-impacted people across Virginia. A graduate of the Minority Political Leadership Institute at L. Douglas Wilder School of Government and Public Affairs, and the formerly incarcerated Executive Leadership Development, or FIELD program through FICGN, lots of acronyms there. He has emerged as a leading voice on higher education and prison, reentry, fines and fees reform, and public safety policy. Hunter currently serves in leadership and advocacy roles focused on expanding access to education for incarcerated and formerly incarcerated Virginians, including work connected to the Second Chance Pell Initiative and statewide higher education and prison efforts. Drawing from his lived experience, he speaks powerfully about the barriers people face during incarceration and reentry, while championing policies rooted in accountability, opportunity, and human dignity. We look forward to your remarks, Kenneth, and first, Jesse Crossan.
I'm gonna go off script a little bit. My plan was, in this very busy life, to spend last night really thinking about what I wanted to say, and I got an email last minute saying, no, we need to get it now because you can't bring paper in, and so we need to have this. So I wrote this, but especially after hearing what everyone has said, you don't want to hear the same thing. And additionally, I remember sitting in that seat and being so excited to see my family and get some food and get on with the day, and so I don't want to hold you any longer. But this is a big deal. It was a big deal when I got my degree a few thousand, feet that way in the Buckingham gym. And it's not a big deal just because of the diploma. That means something. But it's a big deal for something I didn't realize for years after I got out. I do a lot of work in the Juvenile Detention Center in Charlottesville and Albemarle. And we brought in all these resources and trainings and classes and workforce. And what the kids told me, either in their words or their actions, was like, yeah, that's great, but that's not for me. Like, they won't let people like me do that. They won't let people where I'm from go, enjoy that opportunity. And so a big part of the work that we've done there has been letting... So a big part of the work has been working with those kids to let them know that there is a space for them in those places, that they do belong in those spaces, whether it's academic, whether it's a career, whether it's professional, whether it's workforce. And you've already made that decision because you did something difficult in a difficult place. Most people in the United States of America don't have a college degree, and you do. So it's not just most people in the prison system, it's most people in the country. You've done what most people have not. You did it under less than ideal circumstances. You didn't have comfy coffee shops and office hours with your professors and all the conveniences. You didn't have internet access. You didn't have the things you needed, but you did it anyways. And like I said, it's not about the degree, it's about what the degree represents. It's about what you've done. You've built a habit of doing difficult things, even when somebody around you tells you not to, or asks you what's the point, or even when that voice in your head says, yeah, this probably isn't gonna amount to anything. You did it anyways. And I can tell you in the world right now, there are a lot of people with traditional degrees and big advanced positions who are struggling and don't know what to do because they have never faced adversity. Watched a special on special forces. The people who drop out of special forces at a disproportionately higher rate are those with natural ability but no competitive mindset. People for whom it has been easy to run fast or lift heavy things or do things. But once they're actually pushed to their limit, they drop out because they can't handle it. You've been pushed to your limit. You've been tested. Regardless of where you started, you've shown that you're willing to push through difficult times and get there. You are head and shoulders above a lot of the people out there in the world that have all these advantages but who have never dealt with adversity, who've never done difficult things. And whether you're gonna be in here or you're getting out there, you have an advantage that they don't have. You've learned something that they haven't learned. And you've done it through difficult circumstances. So while that degree is important, and I hope you continue your education, I will tell you it will open doors you can never imagine. If you continue to make that decision, to show up, to invest in yourself, to believe in yourself even when it doesn't seem like it's possible, to do it even when people tell you not to, or even when the voice in your head tells you not to, you will be amazed at where you land. You will be amazed at the opportunities that present themselves, and you'll be amazed at the experience you have. So I want to say getting a college degree in prison changed my life and put me on the path to where I am, more for the habits than for the degree itself. But if you continue in those habits, like I said, you're going to have a much bigger and fuller life than you probably imagine. Thank you. Now, Lee.
Good afternoon, everyone. All right. As I introduce the candidates for degrees and certificates, please rise and remain standing. Will the candidates for the Associate in Science degree in General Studies and the General Education degree, you've already risen, so here you are. President Runyon, on the recommendation of the faculty of Piedmont Virginia Community College, I present to you the candidates for graduation. I certify that they have met all the requirements for their awards as specified by the Virginia State Board for Community Colleges.
Candidates, congratulations on your achievement. By the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia, the State Board for Community Colleges, and the Piedmont Virginia Community College Board, I confer upon you the degree or certificate you have earned with all of its rights and privileges. You may now move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left, signaling your new status as graduate.
Each graduate will now come forward to receive their diploma. And I'm going to call out your names. It's going to be great. Quadrion Boone, summa cum laude. Congratulations. Thomas Costello, magna cum laude. William Fisher, summa cum laude. DeMarco McMullen, summa cum laude. Zachary Morris. Congratulations. Georgino Napier, magna cum laude. Chad O'Handley, summa cum laude. Congratulations, graduates. Now, please welcome Kenneth Hunter, who will provide closing remarks.
I'm afraid to go off script because we might be here for a while, so I'm gonna be quick. Nah, I know exactly what it feels to want to get with your families and enjoy some time. But it is an opportunity to recognize a very important moment. And so to the graduates, the families, the faculty and staff from Piedmont Virginia Community College, correctional staff, the community partners, and every person who played a role in making this moment possible, thank you all for being here and for believing in the power of second chances and human potential. To the graduates, genuine congratulations. Genuine congratulations. Not because this was given to you, not because someone lowered the bar for some guys in prison, not because it was easy, but because you earned it through effort, discipline, and through persistence. So standing here today, I have to admit, it is deeply personal for me. Years ago, while I was incarcerated, I served as a GED tutor at a prison right across the street. And from where we gather right now at Buckingham. I actually worked for Dr. Maddie as a GED tutor. And day after day, I was working with incarcerated individuals who were trying to push against self-doubt, right? Against shame, against the quiet belief that maybe it was already too late for them. I watched people struggle, not just with math and reading, but with something deeper, the question of whether they were still capable of becoming something more. This prison can kind of overtake you. In that space, education, though, wasn't just about passing a test. It was about restoring belief, making people see themselves as whole again. At that time, though, opportunities for higher education in prison were extremely limited. For many of us, a GED kind of represented the ceiling inside of prison. It was the highest level we could realistically attain outside of a vocation. But I want to be clear about something. Earning a GED matters too, right? It's powerful. It changes lives. It restores dignity, all of the stuff that education does. But college kind of does something deeper. College changes not just what you know, but it changes how you think. It teaches you how to analyze, how to question, how to communicate clearly and effectively. It teaches you how to challenge assumptions, including your own, right? It makes you look at your own prejudice right face to face. College doesn't just give you information, it gives you perspective. And maybe most importantly, it gives you a renewed sense of possibility. So when I look at you today, each one of you, in your caps and gowns and earning these college credentials while incarcerated, I understand on a different level how meaningful this is, and I want you to understand it too. It's rare, right? Jesse just referred to how rare it is, because there was a time when moments like this wasn't even possible in prison, and I remember all too well how it felt when hope was just limited, when each day was like a repetition of the last one. I remember wanting to grow, wanting to change, wanting to build something, while living in an environment that was not necessarily designed to support my growth. And that is why I'm just not taking your accomplishment lightly today, because I understand what it took for you to achieve it. You didn't complete these courses in ideal circumstances like on college campuses that we see out in the free world. You completed them while you were separated from your children, from your family members, from your parents, from your partners, separated from your communities. You completed them while you was navigating stress. You completed them while it was lockdowns and count times, institutional limitations, noise, interruptions, and the emotional weight that incarceration carries that only folks like us really know. That feeling that you feel every day that you're incarcerated. You studied when your mind was in 100 different places and you pushed forward when it would have been easier to give up. Most college students don't learn under those conditions. Most college students never have to fight just to create the mental space to think. But you did. And because of that, your achievement carries a different weight. And you need to carry your degrees like that. You need to know that you did something different than what is typically out here. You earned it through endurance. You earned it through resilience, through commitment, through discipline. You did it under pressure. So let me say this clearly. This is not charity. This is not sympathy. This is not something somebody just gave y'all. This is achievement. Make no mistake about it. This is excellence. This is why we fight with the Virginia Consensus for Higher Education in Prison to expand access to college and prison, because we know how much it's worth to you. In closing, relative closing, but I'm gonna share this with you because this is important to me. This moment is powerful. Brothers, this is not the end of the journey. It doesn't just stop here. Reentry is not easy. Coming home is not simple. In prison, we celebrate the opportunity to just get on the other side, but I promise you that it's just half the battle. Because a whole nother one starts the moment you walk out these doors, and you need to be prepared for it. You're gonna return home with knowledge, with credentials, and with hope, but you're also gonna encounter some barriers. You're gonna face challenges finding stable housing. You might struggle to access employment even though you have your education. You may have to rebuild relationships that were harmed and all the other stuff that comes with reentry and the emotional weight that incarceration can carry. But it's gonna require your patience, it's gonna require your humility, and it's gonna require your strength. And there's gonna be some moments when it's overwhelming, and there's gonna be some moments when some doors close, and some moments when progress feels slow. And in those moments, I need you to remember something. Your education was never just about a job. Your education was never just about a job. It was about transformation. It was about growth and becoming what your potential demands of you. Education teaches you how to respond to adversity without becoming consumed by it, right? That's a special gift or a trait that folks incarcerated seem to develop. One of the greatest risks after incarceration, and I'm gonna let you go, is not failure, it's drift. It's losing direction. Forgetting what you said you was gonna do before you came home. It's falling back into old environments, old habits, old ways of thinking, just because they are so much more familiar than the strange world that a lot of you are gonna encounter. And brother, that's why, right now, your time moving forward after this graduation, it matters so much. Continue to prepare. Use your time with purpose. Use it to continue learning. Use it to build relationships. Use it to mentor others who were once like you. Use it to heal. Use it to create stability, not just for yourself, but for the people who depend on you. Because incarceration may have taken time for your life, but it does not have to take your future. And I want to emphasize something else. This achievement is not just about you. It extends far beyond you. Your past may explain part of your story, but it does not get to define your future, and it does not get to write your ending. Today, you reclaim something powerful. You reclaim possibility, and no one can take that away from you. Congratulations, graduates. You earned this moment. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm a little short, so I have to bring that down. On behalf of the security staff, first of all, I'd like to congratulate the graduates today. I'm very proud of your accomplishments and continue on with success. Family, thank you for coming out and supporting them today. It meant a whole lot to them as well as to us as far as the security staff. And it's just a few things that I want to leave the graduates with. First of all, you don't need all the answers today. You just need enough curiosity to keep learning. Success is not a straight line. It's a winding road with detours that often lead to unexpected opportunities. And most importantly, the people who stand beside you today, your family, your friends, and mentors are a part of your strength. Keep them close and build new connections as you continue on with your education. Thank you.
All right, up. Forward, up. Color guard, halt. Permission to retrieve colors.
Permission granted.
Color guard, retrieve colors. Forward, left, on left,